Powell, it was a disappointing start against Hartbury. What areas of our game let us down?
I think people have forgotten about that transition up to the next league, and although Hartbury haven't played for a game for about the same period as us, the previous year we've been in National 1, and the transition to Championship level is significant, and I think it's used to getting level to the speed of it, the pace of it. You get one thing wrong at that level, you're going to get punished, and that's what happened in the first half to us. So it was good for us, good to get back into it, good to get a game, and we know that the level of the competition is high, and that we've got to rise to that and get our standards back to where they were and do what we were doing when we were last in the Championship.
We made a number of errors in possession and gave away far too many penalties. Has this been a focus of improvement this week?
Yeah, we know that to be in a game, you've got to retain possession. We've got to defend well. We've got to get set piece right. We've got to do all the bits, all the basics of the game, and we know we need to improve in all the areas. So I think very much the theme for us and talking after the game and through the week is going to be just about getting better, and the players and staff acknowledging that we've all got to do our things to a higher standard and stay positive and focused, and we know we'll get better as the year goes on. So it's we're certainly not too concerned, although we want to win games, we want to compete. It's just a process of getting better each week as well.
And obviously your role as defence coach, we defended well in patches on Saturday. We also let through some easy scores. What is your message to the group this week?
I think it backs into what we just talked about, because we've got to make sure we make it as difficult as possible for the other team, and we know that if we make errors with the ball, then we're going to have to defend for longer. If we miss tackles, then we're going to have to chase back. So although it sounds like basic things, we've just got to get ready for that level, because while we may not have been punished at National 1, we definitely will do at the Championship, and we haven't played for a year, so there's going to be that rustiness anyway, and then the challenge of stepping up a level. So it's a bit of a combined thing, and that's not an excuse really, it's just more a reality of the situation, and we know what we've got to do to be better, and it was a good thing for us to go through that process, so we can start making amends on it this week.
And this week we do welcome Cornish Pirates back to the Rag. What type of game style are you expecting from them?
Well, they were very good last week, obviously, in beating Saracens. It wasn't just the result, but actually the way that they played, they probably dominated that game in a certain number of areas. So they were good at set piece, they were strong at breakdown, and they played with a lot of tempo. So if you're thinking about it from a defensive point of view, for us, we're going to have to move very quick to stop their threats, because they played with tempo and speed. And if we're not moving quick and we're not stopping them, then obviously it's going to be tough. So there's going to be a massive focus on us to sort of raise our game in terms of dealing with their tempo and competing on as many plays as possible, so that we're in the game.
You mentioned tempo. We showed in patches last Saturday that when we play with speed, that we can break through opposition. Is this something that we'll focus on again this week? Yeah,
and again, you've got to do it to get confidence, and I think that we did some bits in the game that looked really good and really sharp, and it's trying to do that for longer periods and through a half of a game and then a full game, and we know we'll get there. We know what we can do, and some of the players we've got are very exciting. Have turned up well in the trial game against Ealing, and in certain bits of the game against Hartbury. We've just got to increase what we're doing for longer periods of time, and we know that we can. If we do that, we will be able to compete.
We have a bit of a difficult record against Pirates, but at home here at the Rag over the last season, it was very strong, our home record. Is this something the group really prides itself on?
Yeah, we have always wanted to make this a place that's tough for teams to come to, and certainly have a lot of pride in playing at home, usually in front of fans, which is obviously going to be a bit different this week, but the same feeling and the same ethos towards us playing at our home pitch and making it difficult for the opposition, and that's always been something that we've worked on to make it a pretty tough place for people to come to, and I think we generally do a good job at doing that. Obviously it's going to be a difficult game, but we've given Pirates good games over the years, and we beat them down there a couple of years ago, so we know that when we get things right, we can be a difficult team to play against.
Speaking of the venue, you're now based here full-time in your role as academy coach for the London Broncos. How has the move been so far to the athletic ground?
Yeah, really good. So, you know, everyone here has been really accommodating. I know the facility well, so that's helped the transition, but they've had a long period off as well, so it's just really good to get back into it. There's a lot of boys there and staff that have just not been able to do anything or not been able to do much for a long period of time, so it's just really good to get going from a well-being point of view, but also giving people an opportunity to play professional elite sport is just really positive. So you know, we're really looking forward to getting going. We had our first session last night, and you know, it's going to be a good place for us, working with Richmond and the athletic ground, so looking forward to it.
Yep, and obviously, why is this the perfect venue for the Broncos Academy? I'm guessing the transport links, the closeness to the high street, etc.
Yeah, I think that Richmond's a great part of London. Anyone that's spent any time here understands what a unique place you are, being on the river but in a town, and you know, you're 8 minutes to Clapham Junction and 15 minutes to Waterloo. So with the motorway links as well from down the M3, we can get people here pretty easily. So that's a massive plus for us if we're thinking about a programme that's looking after our players and their well-being and how they get to and from training. We couldn't be better situated, but also we've got a fantastic physical environment here. You know, we've got lots of pitches, good floodlit areas, first-class gym inside and out, so it ticks all the boxes really from a performance point of view.
Well, Pally, thank you for your time today. Good luck tomorrow against Pirates, and great to have you here at the Raggers Broncos as well.
Yeah, thanks Tom. Cheers now. Bye-bye.